pleasure. To all the ladies who need a pleasure. Age ain't nothing but a number. Pretty Ricky and the Mavericks. It ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number.
It really bothers me when I speak to my father and he refers to people my age as you people every time he sees one of my tattoos.
What really frustrates me about intergenerational differences is how the older generation gives us younger people a bad rap in the workforce. They say that we have less work ethic, I guess, and that really frustrates me.
So I'm 22 and my parents I feel are generally older than average. My dad's 71 and my mom is 62, and this just causes a lot of miscommunication and arguments between us in any contest, especially me being a girl and the technology today.
It really bothers me when the older generation doesn't even try to make an attempt to try the technology that the new generation has. You know, we text more now and we use cell phones more. My mother barely even has a cell phone. She barely uses it. I send her emails. She doesn't read them because she doesn't want to. Not that she's not capable of, but she just doesn't make the effort to.
Technology is a great thing. I know everything about it, and I like teaching it, but teaching my parents with the generation differences by them knowing absolutely nothing is the most frustrating thing for me ever to do.
It really frustrates me when I try to talk to my grandma about women in domestic life because I'm either viewed as not being traditional and she's looked at as being way too uptight.
What really frustrates me is how much our world depends on technology. What's going to happen when mobile phones and computers break? Only our older generations are going to know how to deal with it.
So I feel like the older generations aren't passing on the traditions of morals and self-respect to our younger generations, and that really scares me to wonder about what the younger generations are going to look like 10 years from now.
My vision is to see a level playing field between generations without any judging.
My ideal vision is that our generations only seem different in the sense of age and experience. Today, my generation is looked at poorly because we rely heavily on technology, but what the older generations need to realize is that they created this foundation of technology-based lifestyle for us to be brought into. I mean, really it's not going to change because who can get rid of their Facebook, iPhones, and Wi-Fi? So we all just need to accept this generational lifestyle, and that will create this generational gap to never exist.
How you doing? I'm going to talk about visions, my vision specifically. I want to see all the generations, the baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, and the current generation all learn to get along and foster this understanding of how we view things differently and work together to,
My ideal vision would be for the many different generations to interact with each other without conflict or difficulty, but at the same time hold on to what makes them that generation.
My ideal vision is to uphold the values of past generations and bring the values of what our country was built on back into context. Go Giants!
Guys, so my vision, or what I'm hoping seeing in the future with generation gaps, is seeing more direct communications among the people that we see every day, as well as more family interactions, because I feel we're distant away from that. And now with the technology and everything from the generation as well as the older generations, we're miscommunicating, and everything is more passive, either through the internet, just texting. It's not direct anymore. We're losing that, and that's very important. And I see that hopefully we can bring that back where it's tradition. I mean, it doesn't have to be every day, but seeing that direct communication, more family interaction.
Okay, why are guys considered pimps if they have a lot of sex, but girls are sluts? A vision for me would be to eliminate the double standard when it comes to having sex.
You don't need to wait to start making a difference. On the individual level, you can drop being cool, and you can start making a difference on your own. What you can do is start making tangible goals for yourself. Like, for example, you could say, well, I'm going to talk to my parents today, with a tangible goal of not being impatient no matter what happens. Set goals for yourself.
I think one thing we can do to all put to practice personally is to
stop being so consumed by our own generations and start focusing on how to break down the barriers between others.
Let's bridge this gap. Let's ask questions, obtain knowledge. There's perspectives that these generations hold. Let's bring these perspectives together and learn something.
If our generation communicated interpersonally more often, and our parents' generation communicated technologically more often, then the communicative gap would be erased and everyone would get along just fine.
Break free. Open your mind and your ears to the conversations that you're having. You'll be surprised with the outcome.
So like, I feel, a good beneficial action would be to create like workshops that are geared more towards, the relationship building between the intergenerations, and I feel like that would totally help. So yeah.
Okay, take that.
You know what really tickles my pickle? I can't stand the fact that my dad has so much control over the business. I mean, he's set in his ways. It just really bothers me because why do I go to San Jose State to learn and obtain knowledge? I do it so I can implement new ideas into the workplace. And I feel like he cuts that back for me, so I feel like I'm kind of wasting my time. I think that we should come to a compromise as older and younger generations, and we should come together, and instead of having a chief Indian type relationship, we should have a sort of a way where we can have a democracy vote between the workplace and decide on good ideas that are better and more efficient for the workplace.
It's time to take action. I'll make it happen. See where we standing to get some understanding. Yes, I'm demanding the views that we planted, like seeds. Words need room, time to breathe. Stay candid, that's what I believe. If we stay open-minded, conversation flying. If we reach destination, I know we trying. It really don't matter if you don't know what to say, cause we got facilitators to make it okay.
AJ nothing but a number. Pretty Ricky and the Mavericks. It ain't nothing but